The Super Eagles of Nigeria lost the AFCON final ticket to the host nation, the Atlas Lion of Morocco, last night in the second semi-final match that went down between the Super Eagles of Nigeria versus Morocco in a very tight contest that lasted 120 minutes of football. The game ended goalless and went into penalty shootout as the Super Eagles of Nigeria lost 4-2 to the Atlas Lion of Morocco. I was having a conversation with a friend who actually told me that the officiating of the referee was poor. And I said to him, the officiating might have been poor, but I don't want to talk about the officiating. And here's my advice to the Ghanaian center referee that officiated the game between the Super Eagles of Nigeria and the Atlas Lion of Morocco. He should be the one to review himself. He should watch the clip of the game and ask himself if his decisions in that game were actually very correct. But then, he's human. He can't be 100% perfect. But with the help of VAR, we thought some of his decisions would have been very precise. But the fact of the game is this: the Moroccans were just the better side. All through the game, the Moroccans were the better side and they deserve to be in the final. The statistics of the game actually clearly showed that all through the duration of 90 minutes of football in that game, the Super Eagles of Nigeria had just 2 attempts at goal and 1 shot on target. And that was the only shot Ademola Lookman actually struck in the early minutes of the first half. And Bono was called to action with that particular save. While the Atlas Lion of Morocco had 16 shot attempts at goal with 5 shots on target, and the whole 5 shots was saved by Stanley Nwabali. I think all I would just say is to give credit to the Super Eagles team, the resilience and the resistance they actually put in that particular game. They resisted the Moroccans for 120 minutes of football, thanks to Stanley Nwabali, who was actually on top of his A game and the defense line. Because the top performer in that particular game was Stanley Nwabali, Calvin Bassey, and Simi Ajayi. They actually did an excellent job to deny the Moroccan side from scoring in the regulation time and also in the extra time of that particular game. So, the Super Eagles of Nigeria, personally, I am proud of them. I am satisfied, even though I would have loved to see the Super Eagles of Nigeria in the final. I'm satisfied by how they play. I'm satisfied by the team performance. It wasn't easy playing against the host nation in front of their own fans after 120 minutes of football. And there was no minute, I stand to be corrected, my focus was not actually there when the camera pointed at the supporters of the Super Eagles. But there was no minute that the camera actually showed where the supporters of the Super Eagles actually gathered and were cheering the Eagles. So, it was indeed a very tight contest. And at the end of 120 minutes of football, and after penalty shootout, the Super Eagles of Nigeria lost to the Atlas Lion of Morocco by 4-2 on penalty kick. And Morocco have advanced to the final, where they will be facing the